Hoddesdon Kart Club is one of the UK's oldest established kart racing clubs, and each year they play host to the London Cup here at Rye House Kart Raceway. One of the highlights of the national racing calendar, the weekend features races for 8 different categories and caters for drivers as young as 8 years old right through to senior competitors. Club regulars go head-to-head with visiting drivers from other circuits, and they're joined by a significant number of entries from Super 1 British Championships, all of them looking to win one of the sport's most prestigious titles.
Well, this is Rye House in Hoddesdon. It's round 8 of the club championship, which is incorporating this year's London Cup. It's a busy weekend with, I think, just under 160 drivers, so which is 25 to 30% up on last year. So in terms of the turnout, we're really excited and looking forward to a good race meeting. London Cup's got a lot of history. It's been running at the circuit for about 25 years. A lot of famous drivers have progressed from racing at Rye House to go on to single-seater cars and even Formula 1, the likes of Lewis Hamilton and Jenson Button. So it is a very prestigious event. Today we will see club members mixing it with Super 1 drivers, so it's a good chance for, should we say, the local boys to test their skills against some of the best drivers in the country. Sometimes it works in the club drivers' favour because local knowledge is sometimes a little bit more important than the actual sort of skill itself. So it's a very technical circuit, very testing, it's very challenging, so I think that's what a lot of drivers are looking for.
Featuring a mix of tight hairpins and fast sweeping bends, Rye House is around 1,000 metres in length, and some of the quicker karts will complete a lap in just 35 seconds.
The track's really different to what I've been used to, like quite a lot. Big hairpins, it's like corner brake, corner brake.
Good driver's track, it's quite twisty, challenging.
When it gets a bit hotter, you have to be a lot more smooth around here, not chuck it into the corners.
Got to be quick thinking all the time because so much is happening in front of you. Anything can happen really.
It's a technical track, so if you don't get it right, you're going to be walking through the corners and all that.
It's quite a short track for the grid today, but I enjoy the track. Some nice technical parts like the hairpins, and I like pylon. It's a nice corner.
Difficult to overtake, but that's our job to make sure that we can do it really. So you can get good close racing.
With this track, you have to drive within yourself a little bit more. There's a very fine line between overdriving it and going quick.
There's a lot less room for mistakes, so it makes for exciting racing. If you're further back on the grid, you really do have to push hard to come through the pack, because if someone's half a kart length off of line, it really does make it difficult to come through.
I think it's good actually, but the bad thing is that the toilets are quite far away.
As our race commentator Chris Hartley explains, Rye House provides an intense driving experience.
Hold tight, keep your arms in at all times and enjoy the ride. Here's a flying lap of Rye House. Flat into Stadium Bend, apply more steering lock as it tightens mid-corner. Ride the inside curve and keep the throttle buried for Reggie's elbow. Next up, the infield hairpin, a quick but hard jab on the brakes, but don't go in too hot or you'll run wide on the exit. Through the kink and hit the brakes for the outfield hairpin. Carry the speed but don't run wide. There's not much run off. Accelerating towards turn 5, then pylon bend. Get over to the outside curve, then a sharp left and straight line the corner. Short and sharp on the brakes into complex Nouvelle. Then it's the S's, right then left in quick succession. Try not to unsettle the kart right through the final corner. Plant the throttle as quickly as you can and back onto the Hamilton start-finish straight. You've just travelled 1 kilometre in 42 seconds.
This is raw motorsport. There are no electronic driving aids, computerized engine management systems or other high-tech gizmos. This is all about the driver and the machine working together as one. Of course, technology has moved on since the sport first developed in the 1960s, and serious attention to detail is required to get the very best out of the karts. The gearing, tyre pressures, carburation, axles, wheels and chassis setup can all be tweaked. Under huge strain, at thousands of revs per minute, engines need to output the maximum power while staying within the regulations and without blowing up. With drivers in each class essentially running the same base equipment, any tiny fractions of a second gained can dramatically affect the outcome of a driver's weekend. So whilst the focus on track is on individual performance, back in the paddock it's very much a team effort. In between sessions, drivers and mechanics work relentlessly to fine-tune their equipment. There are challenges, luck plays a part, probably more so than in any other sport, and there are many disappointments. But the highs are exhilarating. This is karting.